It all kind of started with pneumonia. Often in the winters he would get pneumonia, and then the one winter he just didn't come around and ended up in the ICU in the general, and 40 days later we were able to take him home, thankfully, but on oxygen.
What is pulmonary fibrosis? Pulmonary fibrosis, or PF, is the common term used to describe a large family of diseases that cause inflammation and scarring in the lungs. The medical term is interstitial lung disease, or ILD.
Dan Schuler from Chesterville.
And I'm Erin Van Gilst, was a Schuler and from Chesterville as well.
He was diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis. Yeah. And then they gave him the timeline and then kind of understood the disease better.
It was very reassuring once we knew what it was. It was like an answer in that sense. And then now how do we, quality of life, I guess, in that sense. We were able to set him up at home and have care come in and enjoy him for 3.5, 4 years. So the grandkids got to know him that way, and we were thankful for those years that we had with him.
He was a man who persevered, right? Like whatever challenges was, and
it never slowed him down. Tap into as much resources as you can and then take it on. Even if you don't need it right that instant, at least just get it lined up and use it as you can. And he was always looking for health and getting over it and determined to do it. And he even went back to the barn because he wanted a portable oxygen thing so that he could not be slowed down by it. He got a little computer so that he could keep up with all the information of the farm and the dairy industry and all of that. He would make sure that he got somebody to take him on field tours, crop tours, to check up on all the crops.
And then his portable oxygen unit was
huge.
His lifeblood, right? So he got a little golf cart and he'd have his portable, and then he could scoot around on that, especially the first couple of years. And then as it progressively got worse, then he was more housebound.
He would use the wheelchair and the grandkids would push him around. And from his hospital bed, he could watch the grandkids. So that was another thing that just kept him going, right? Just to see them growing for the time he could. He worked to build a successful farm for future takeover, and so that was his goal in life, was to do well at what he was going to do and be successful at it and be able to pass something on.
Yeah, my 8-year-old helped me with chores. He goes, "Do you think Grandpa would be proud of me as he's doing his chores?"